distortion of the fabric of space and time around one black hole also exists for the other black hole. So you have black holes entering each other's event horizons. So I opened up that thesis. I didn't understand a single page in and fuck your ass.
Is that Jelly Belly shit, bro? Bro, I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
I saved one.
absolute chaos to start the podcast. But that's how we roll around here.
Oh.
Welcome to the Night Meetups podcast.
Fuck, bro. I was gonna do an intro and everything.
It was my turn to do the intro.
You did it last time, didn't you?
No, you did. I was at the toilet.
Oh, yeah, true. Probably best that you did it.
I've
anyways.
scoured over the past podcast, critiquing myself over 2 hours. That's very unhealthy. Probably shouldn't do it. But I probably shouldn't chew into the microphone either.
What do you mean? We might have ASMR viewers.
This is the Night Meetups podcast.
Yeah.
The 1,347 millionth podcast to be uploaded onto Spotify. Though we're different. We're special, guys. You need to trust that we are going to be the guys that are going to actually be successful
Trust
doing
me,
this.
you're not that guy. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
Wait, what's that again?
I don't know. I was looking at something.
You're not that guy. No, that's Eric Andre at the rally. You're not Martin Luther King. You're not. Or is that completely different?
It's a completely different
Oh, shit, that's another good
It's
video.
like some guy being confronted. I've only ever seen it cut into shit. But some guy walking up to the guy recording. He's like, you're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
Oh, yeah, that's
Trust me, you're not that guy.
That's like the alpha male shit. Yeah. Hey, buddy. Yeah. You're not that guy. It's like that Donald Trump vibe.
Oh, I need to get it up.
Hey, champ. It's like the middle-aged
Not
dad
that
who was just scraping at the walls to try and be a dominant figure. You know what I mean? It's like he looks in the mirror, he sees his skin getting like stretchier.
Oh, where is it?
I don't know if that's going to happen to me.
What?
We turn like 45, we start seeing our kids start out maneuvering us athletically, and then the fear of mortality sets in.
Hope not.
Hope not. I hope I can just allow my kids to carry the torch on. But that's just more of like, sure, you can allow that. But me personally, how will I take not being able to like move as well? Like, that's fucked how that happens. We haven't even thought about that because we're so young. Like, we'll get to a point where our knees will just start, knees fucked, cunt. Like, it's just going to be a thing. How's your knee doing, mate? Like, that's going to be our conversations.
Bro, that's what I've heard about, like, my workmates in their 25s. That's all they fucking talk about, bro. Like, right now, you're in your prime. You're going out of the clubs.
Fuck off.
Wait till you're 25. As soon as you hit 25, the day I hit 25, I'll have back problems. I'm like, that can't be it. That's not the wave.
25 is meant to be a prime, isn't it? For a man, it's like 26 is when a man starts. They say 30 is a man's prime. What do you think a girl's prime is? It's younger, definitely. They mature faster, but then they depreciate.
What do you reckon a girl's prime is? We have my girlfriend here on the podcast who doesn't want to be on the podcast.
What? No, what's the bracket? What's the spectrum?
I don't know. I would say mid-20s.
Mid-20s.
I would say mid-20s. Because usually they start having, like, they want to have kids late 20s.
Fuck, man.
When would you have
Don't
kids?
buy these tropical ones, eh?
Late 20s?
I want like 28.
28. What do you think about like the whole fertility clock though?
Sweet pineapple.
What do you mean?
Like the older you get, the more chance you have of getting like birth defects and stuff. The older you get.
I don't really give a fuck.
Fair. Fair.
I haven't thought about it.
Well, it just comes back to your priorities, I guess, because you want to fucking live a life. That's what I think. What?
Nowadays you see, like, have you noticed, like, girls our age are getting pregnant?
That's crazy. Oh my god. I couldn't imagine being a dad. What?
Bro, it's like my dad.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're that guy.
Look at his face, bud. It's my dad. I love that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Enlighten the camera, please.
Wait, you want me to-
Yeah, show the camera so I don't have to go looking for it. That's
As
an
soon
order,
as
son.
Fucking.
What's the end bit? Just him smiling.
You just seem smiling. I don't know. Oh,
He's a happy-go-lucky guy.
it just had to be fucking made. What sparked him to even go? You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. Oh no, man.
What? Another one?
Get this fucking tropical shit out of here. Dude. Oh, the green and the fucking kiwi.
Lemonade.
I couldn't imagine being an audio listener right now.
Oh, is it?
They're just
Sweet-
hearing.
and then sweet pineapple. Fuck it off, man. Oh, you can. I'm sorry, babe.
Alright, I'll take the reins. Bro, you imagine like
I
going.
apologize, but I don't.
Could you imagine being on your run right now and all you hear is, oh, fuck this tropical.
You gotta let the fans know, but. Yeah, the tropical Skittles, not that great.
I'm too hot, dude. This is.
We're off to a flying start. Whoa, tucked in. I always tuck my shirt in in the morning when
That's
it's cold.
underrated as fuck. The whole tuck.
Always tucked in.
That's gonna be a trend one day. I'm gonna be depressed because people are gonna try and claim it like it's some fucking special shit.
Yellow looks nice on you.
Pardon?
Yellow looks nice on you.
Thanks. Appreciate it. I'm not one of colours. I don't know colours. Mr. Still your girl over here, bro.
Yeah, you wanna
Wait.
confirm that?
Hey, bro.
You wanna?
Maybe try out yellow, just quietly. Let me go buy some. Well, she buys your clothes, so you know you're fitting the standard.
For luxury. One of our friends, Max Dono,
Yeah.
rollerblading. I told you it was making a comeback.
He's rollerblading.
One of our mates is rollerblading, bro.
It's infecting.
I didn't think he would be that guy. He's not that guy. Trust me.
But you walk up to him, you see him in the park.
Yeah.
You're not that guy. Stand in front of him as he's going down a hill. Trip him as he looks up. You're not that guy, bud.
Yeah.
Champ, you're not that guy.
Hey, buddy. Trust me. You're not that guy. Oh, that is a goated meme now.
Yeah, so it's infecting. It's spreading.
Yeah. It's almost like, it's like, I always take notice of it as well, especially when I say something like this, and it's taking off. It's like, oh, now that I've said it, it's just taken off. And I've said it with a couple other things, and the stuff that I've kept my eye out on. Like another big one was Amaroks. Like when I was looking to buy one of them, they just fucking never saw them on the road. Boom,
Oh, yeah,
they're
but that's just
everywhere.
'cause
But
you're
that's because
aware.
like you're aware.
Yeah.
So it's like not like, oh, it's happening because I said it. Like,
Or do you, do you think you're just more conscious of, no, fuck off. No one rollerblades. This is a thing. Rollerblading is coming.
oh no, that is definitely for sure. It's coming. It's making a comeback.
You know what I want? I want roller rinks. I want
Bro?
hey, I want an option to go to the pub, a club, or a roller rink.
You know what they should also
Let me take a
bring
girl
back?
on a date. Sorry.
You know what they should also bring back?
What?
Like the roller skating derby where they would just like NASCAR but rollerblading.
That's
They
what I'm
just-
saying. A roller rink. Oh, you mean like they fight?
Like
Oh,
they're
that'd
just
be
rolling
fucking-
around.
That'd be ridiculous.
That'd be. Tell me the like.
What?
cunts wouldn't
Why
just
do
be
we do that?
gathering at the pub wherever, putting bets on this Donny's gonna fucking win.
1v1.
Wait. We're gonna host it.
Bro, that's even better than a boxing night.
We're gonna just. That's how we get big.
The night meetups, roller derby, cunt.
Yeah.
Come
Then-
one,
oh.
come all.
Is this like that movie
No. Oh, I would. Yes.
What's
Except
that?
that's you know, Battle Angel.
Yeah, I've heard of it. The
Yeah.
one with the big eyes.
Yes, that one. In that movie, they're like in this. They enter a race, and the winner gets to go up to like the rich place up above the city.
Ooh.
And it's basically a roller rink. Like,
But it's like a
fucking-
Is it like a circle or?
yeah,
is
it's like a circle, but they're like everybody's fucking all machine,
Oh,
and
that's
they've
cool.
just got blades and shit trying to kill this chick, and they like have a ball, and you have to hold on to it and whatnot, and like
Fuck.
murk cunts really.
It's
No,
like Spy Kids.
I've lost my fucking there. Ooh.
Remember Spy Kids?
I don't think I've watched Spy Kids. If I have,
With the thumb people? Is that Spy Kids? I have such a vague memory, it's not even worth talking about because I just won't know what I'm saying.
no,
Mm.
I don't even think I've seen Spy Next Door. I think I might have seen like a snippet of it.
Who would you verse if you had to rollerblade?
If I had to rollerblade,
If you had to roller verse someone. No rules. No, there's no pushing, it's strikes.
wait, so you're going around?
No, that doesn't work either.
So
Maybe only shoulders. No,
you'd
it
have to
doesn't
freaking.
You'd have to be in
yeah.
teams. You'd have to be like 3v3.
I'm pretty sure that's how it worked, didn't it? Like, oh,
I don't even know how it. Maybe even use the ball. Where you get a ball, hold it. Or do you go
That was the
opposite
whole
way?
thing, yeah.
Do you start here, and then you go.
yeah, team
Like
with it
that?
the longest. So like, if your team has the ball and someone's coming for you, bang, you can offload.
Alright.
Whoever can hold onto it the longest, maybe. That might have been the actual fucking game, bro. Because I know once upon a time it did exist. Like just rolling around and fucking bugging people.
Let's look up the rules.
Want me to get my laptop out? Or
No, faster. Yeah, don't worry about it.
probably should anyways because I'm looking shit up on this.
Well, oh, bro, with the insurance laws and shit these days, it's so bad. Nah, I haven't got any internet.
Chris saying something to me?
With the insurance laws these days, like they wouldn't even host it. It's that rigid.
I swear Chris was saying something. I forget what insurance thing it was, or life insurance, but they've just stopped it.
What do you mean?
I forget what. I don't know what insurance company it was or whatnot. It might have even been something like Woolies Insurance or some bullshit like that. But it was a life insurance, and all of a sudden they've just stopped selling their life insurance because of COVID. It's like-
Balls, like I can't even.
Suspect. That's all I'm gonna say. Suspect.
Suspect. Everything's suspect.
Yeah. I can't even say anything because like I've already got my first jab.
Mm.
Like,
Is it? I find it so weird that that's such a fucking big deal.
I honestly don't think. I don't feel like it's a big deal. Like I'm not walking around constantly. Like today's honestly the first time I've thought about it since I've gotten it. Like oh, I got the jab, and I'm not gonna try and drill it into other people. Like some people I know that are just fucking get the jab, get the jab,
Mm.
get the fucking jab.
Yeah, it's weird because I feel like all these things come from a good place. You know what I mean?
This is like the only way you can really think about it. If like you want to like kind of stay sane, otherwise you can run into so many rabbit holes.
Yeah, bro. Fuck.
And then it's like,
rabbit
is
holes.
the government turning on us? What the fuck? Elitists involved? Oh
Yeah.
no.
That's a with that whole rabbit hole, like that whole world of thought. It's like it's so negative to my mental health that I allow it as a possibility, and it's always in the back of my mind. But I can't live in that world.
Yeah, bro.
I skirt a couple steps down, and like it's hard to explain. Like for the vaccine, right? The opinion of the conspiracy theory, or not even conspiracy theory. Yeah, I guess you could call it a conspiracy theory. It's like there's a whole bunch of there's a whole system in place above us that's controlling us to conform, right? And the people who are aware of this are trying to tell everyone that this is what's happening, but they're the minority and then they get demonized, right? Like, okay, that's a possibility. But it's like I can accept that as a possibility, and that's fine because whatever happens, allow it. If that turns out to be the fact, I'll know about it, and that's when I'll deal with it. All I'm doing is keeping my eyes open to any possibility, and just keeping an eye on things, and not closing off any directions of whatever's happening. So when it comes to like a coronavirus and vaccines, and it's like, are you gonna get the vaccine or not? It's like, let me pick a side by my own internal decision-making systems, not like, let me see this video, let me look at this video, look at this video, look at this video. It doesn't work for me. I fucking go insane when I do that. I have no basis, no foundation for knowledge when it comes to that. Because the media told you this, then an independent source told you this, and then another independent source told you something completely different. And then this media source is conflicting that. Then you have politicians yelling at other politicians about the same subject, and one of them's wrong and one of them's right. So all I can do is just go within and go, hold on. Let me look up the stats myself. Let me figure out what it is.
Yeah. And my mum has like mates of hers that'll send her stuff about COVID, and some stuff they'll send her that's like, COVID isn't real, and like the next day they'll send something like something else to do with COVID, like the numbers or something like that being messed around with.
Yeah.
And my mum just went to me, because she's also skeptical about it.
Yeah.
But she said to me, she was like, I can't stand my mates. Like, do you believe in it or do you not believe in the virus? Like, you can't keep contradicting yourselves and sending, oh, it doesn't even fucking exist. And then like, oh, they might be fudging the numbers of COVID and like the deaths. It's like, so which one do you believe in? Like, you can't just like, yeah. Because that's when you don't have a foundation. That's when you just don't agree with COVID and like what, like the system that's in place for it right now. And you're just like looking for anything to chuck at it. Do you get sent a video by Chris? No. He sent me a video of this place in Canada called Alberta. Yeah. And I believe, because I watched majority of the video, that they're quitting testing and lockdowns and all that because they recognize COVID as like a minor flu. And the reason for that being was there was a guy who was with this group, and they were in this place in Canada was in lockdown, but he was in a group and they'd been protesting out the front of this place for 200 weeks. Right?
Yeah.
He, COVID rolls around. He got a fine for being in a group of more than 10 people.
Yeah.
Like, because they were protesting. And so what he did was he went to court and he said, if you can show me proof of the SARS-2 virus in isolation, I will pay the fine and like do whatever. I'll like wear a mask, whatever the fuck you want me to do. He went through all this court bullshit, and I don't know what it's called, but it's basically the people who like research all that shit. Like,
you're gonna have to put this video in the fucking description.
I will.
You're very vague.
I'm just trying to like get to the point. Because if I go into detail, I'm gonna botch the fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorted out. Like, was in court, got like did all this fucking around, and at the end of it, the people who research all the shit came back to him and were like, we can't. And they're like, why? And he's like, we don't have any evidence. And he's like, boom. that we don't have any evidence to produce. It was like really weird.
Man, you're really gonna have to post that. I'm gonna have to watch that. You're gonna have to post it to me. Yeah,
it's a bit long. It's 17 minutes, but you'll fucking fly through it.
I'm extremely skeptical of that, because even the experts that are alongside with conspiracy theorists still accept that it's real.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's like, where do we draw the line? Like, what is misinformation and what isn't? Once again, that whole fucking thing that was just explained. I don't fucking know. I don't need to know. I don't give a fuck. I'm vibing. Like, it literally fucks me up. Like, I can't care about shit that's so out of my control. It's so bad for me. Like, just over the last couple of weeks, I literally cared about it for like a week. I just got depressed. I had to turn all the fucking news off, making me triggered. I was yelling at the TV, and I'm like, who am I? What is my life? Like, this is what... Like, I'm against it, sure. Then don't allow it to affect you. Like...
Yeah. Like, we're not doing right now.
Yeah. But it comes to a point, like... What are the rules? Why does it make sense? And we're obviously here for a whole bunch of subliminal reasons that have allowed us to believe that this is an alright thing to do. And here we are.
Bond to bond, bro.
Fuck.
If we cop the fine, we cop the fine. But like,
it is what it is. But I'm here.
Happy to
I'm
be
here
out of
for
my
a
house.
reason.
Yeah.
If it went without saying that I wouldn't show up here because there's a fucking bubonic plague going around, I just wouldn't be here. Because I accept that that's the fucking state of the affairs, and this is a fucking... It's not that fucking bad. Like, it's not that bad. If I get sick, I'll fucking self-isolate. Like a normal human being would if you're fucking, like, very sick.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
I social distance, I wear my fucking mask, you know? Like, whatever.
Just even talking about this...
Yeah.
Immediately, I just want to blurt out things that, like, make COVID seem skeptical.
Well, let's have an open discussion, even though we have no fucking... We need a fucking scientist in here. That's what we need. Because what we are, we're just vagueness. We're
apes.
Let me see. I had a argument with... Because I've decided not to get vaccinated, not for the fact that it doesn't exist, or the fact that, like, I'm like a conspiracy theorist with whatever that fucking means. It's such a charged word that the word conspiracy theorist is just a negative word. It's not actually a definition anymore. It's a word used to fucking, like, create demonization of a group of people. Conspiracy theories are a thing. Conspiracy theories have been proven true. To say conspiracy theorists and then just label that as lunatic is just absurd. And that's what I'm seeing the media doing. And, like, I'm not even for conspiracy theorists, but I'm for the right for conspiracy theorists to be able to fucking express whatever views they want. We live in a fucking free country, and part of a free country is having views that we don't all agree with. And if you don't accept that, you don't accept the country we're in. And it's like, I don't understand why that's so hard to fucking understand. Like, we're going to have fruitcakes that are very far on the spectrum. But from having the fruitcakes, you also have the smarter scientists in the fucking world. Like, we need the fucking spectrum. It's what creates the beauty of what we live in. It's not perfect, but fuck. That's what frustrates me. And then you see the media are people organized who have incentive to make people watch it. So they use fear tactics to make people watch it. And then they also push an agenda because it's in their best interest to push agendas. And then they literally scapegoat a minority population, which they've been doing since the beginning of time. They use drugs to demonize hippies and black people in America. They've admitted to it. I'll fucking put that fucking in the description if you want to check that out. And the fact that we don't even question that is retarded. Like, the fact that we don't question our government's, like, agenda. There was the MK Ultra. They were trying to control people's minds with LSD back in, like, the late 1900s. I don't even know the exact time. And we think that shit just goes away. Bro, back in the day, you used to, like, fucking mind control people with LSD. And they fucking gave fucking, old boy, the guy with the cut on his head, what's his name? Manson. They gave Manson LSD and made him crazy. They let him out of jail many times. The CIA did this. And it's like, they did that back then. And we think, oh, they're chill now. We've had Donald Trump and Joe Biden, a cunt who's a celebrity, who was radical right. Now we have a fucking brain dead cunt who's being a puppet to the other and we think that they're not doing the same shit. Like, it's so fucking depressing. And no one questions the media.
Oh my god. I saw this thing and I was like,
Rant.
a fucking clip of Joe Biden from back in 2006.
Yeah.
And he's like, why do we even need to have an election on, like, whether we should let gay people get married? Like, marriage is for men and women. And there was another clip of him going, like, this lady asking him, do you agree with, like, same-sex marriage? And he's like, no, I don't. And then immediately after that, someone played a clip from him as president, and he's just like, Mom, I'm transgender. And that was it. Like, it's amazing how, like, once you're put in the spotlight, you're the nice guy. Like, it's so weird, like, just pulling up all this shit that, like, just gets left because everybody doesn't care about it. No one would care about it anyways. Why? Because Donald Trump isn't in power. Like, why was he such a fucking menace?
He was a menace because he was a personality and he wasn't the nicest human being.
Yeah, but everyone just goes over what he like did do for the country, and everyone just goes, "Nah, fuck that. You're a shit cunt."
But
and that was like, as much as he is probably a shit cunt, like, that was also pushed by the media.
Yeah, but that's look deeper than that, right? Look beyond that. Donald Trump's a shit cunt. Fucking whatever. Like, if you think the president is the most powerful cunt in the fucking government, you're retarded.
Yeah.
Like, the president goes 8 years. 8 years is the maximum this man sits on the top pedestal. There's literal career government military generals and advisors that have sat there for their whole life.
Yeah.
They're old men. So how's a guy going to show up every 8 years or 4 years, a turnstile of human beings, and you're going to tell this guy who's been acting as the lead advisor for 40 years, you're going to tell him what to do? Shut the fuck up. And we think that this means something. Donald Trump was just a guy to separate and divide, and then they put Biden in there just to fucking say, you guys are fucking idiots, because we literally put a dementia patient as the president, and you think that shit's still fucking running. Like, if that doesn't show that the president is just a fucking celebrity.
Fucking, I was watching Chicken Little, and they even had, like, just their mayor, the turkey. Like, yeah. And then his security guards there, well, probably the men in black now that I think about it, just
Secret Service.
having fucking cards telling him what to say.
That's fucked. What?
In Chicken Little.
Wait, so the men in the black suits were doing it?
Yeah, they're
Not
dogs with, like, wires in their ear, glasses,
and they're just
suits. And every time the mayor was speaking, one of them was in view, just with cards, just telling him what to say.
Oh, that's such a good critique. That's such a good observation. They put it in a kids' movie.
Yeah.
Like, what? Yeah.
I found that funny. Yeah.
The current... Again, you see, like, all the rant I can go on about. Like, I hold all these ideas in my head about what's right and wrong, or like... And you obviously hold them too. It's like, what value does that bring to me?
That's the thing, man. I'm just, like, fucking as brainwashed as anyone else. Which is a weird thing to say, because I know I am. But, like, I don't do anything about it, because I'm just like, just go with the flow. Just go with the flow, man. Like, and then I become a sheep.
Thinking takes effort, and not everyone wants to think. It's so weird.
It actually is, when you start properly thinking, it's actually draining, like, your energy. It's just like, holy fuck, there's so much shit to think about.
Yeah. I noticed people resist thinking.
I get bored from thinking too much. Like, I'm like, holy fuck,
Yeah.
I'm so bored because my mind has just been running all day, so I turn on YouTube and shit just to go brain dead and watch videos. Because as soon as that goes off, my head gears start turning. Thoughts start just coming in. They could be like dark, twisted thoughts, fucking retarded, amazing, just plain thoughts, but they're all firing and never ending until I flick something on to, like, get out of my head.
Mm. Have you practiced like mindfulness?
Well, tell me.
Where it's like when you sit, like when you have those thoughts or whatever, it's just like you ever have like ringing in your ears? Like you ever like sit there and you just go, that's out of nowhere, it just comes in.
Oh, rarely. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that happens to me every now and then. I use it as a trigger to be mindful, but it's like you, in the moment of when you remember to be mindful, you simply go, I'm Angus or whatever I am, and you observe the thoughts you're having. You know what I mean? It's rather than being attached to them. It's like the way I described to my sister, because I've been trying to get my sister to. She struggles to focus, so I've been trying to get her to meditate, and that's a whole different box of frogs. But
Yeah.
I tried to describe like it's like your mind, your consciousness is like walking through a forest, and your thoughts are like rabbits running in front of you, and your consciousness is attracted to look at the rabbits because they're running by, they're darting, they're interesting. Woo! But if you simply keep walking through the forest and treat your thoughts like rabbits running by, but you say, hey, I'm just gonna not look at the rabbits and just observe the rabbits existing as they flow past me. The rabbits are doing it. I don't need to pay attention and look at the rabbit. I can just look at it and see it in the peripheral. That's essentially what mindfulness is.
I don't know.
But you get taken away.
Yeah, I don't practice that, but I can happen before. Yeah.
Helps me a lot.
I don't know. I feel like yeah, it's definitely not happening as much now. Like, I can kind of just sit back and not really be in my head. Like over the past couple of months, I was a lot in my head. You better take a piss.
No, just don't want the headphones on anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like, you know how I'd always talk to you about, like, I wish I could go back to how I thought. I'm basically kind of almost back in that.
Wait, back into wishing?
No,
or
not
back
into
to where
wishing,
you wanted to
like,
be?
Not even. I guess, yeah, you can say back to where I wanted to be, like where I'm still like my mind is racing, but it's like water under the bridge, kind of. It's like yeah. Water
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, like that's where I'm kind of getting to now.
So
it's like I'm aware of everything like now, and nothing's just like a simple thought. Like I can still have all these like ecstatic thoughts and whatnot.
Yeah.
Except, yeah, I'm allowing it a lot more.
And you're learning to just let it flow, but not get attached to it.
Yeah.
That's a spiritual awakening, bro. Allow it, cunt.
Because that's all I've wanted, like, over the past couple of months. I'm just like, I want to be present.
Yeah.
But I want to just like, water under the bridge.
That's what I figured out as well. I've been going through the exact same thing.
That's why I've like stopped with all the drugs as well. Because I was like, I reckon this will help me. Because if I keep like smashing my face full of them, then it's not going to help. Because I'll never have time to like even try and do that, and like let my thoughts and my head just. It's alright. Yeah.
That's what. Yeah. I realized that's what's happening to me. Spiritual awakening. And it's like, what does that even mean? I went from literally 2 months ago, never even thought about spirituality. I listened to one spiritual book about meditation and Buddhism, about mindfulness and consciousness, and I'm like, holy fuck. Like, I fully am subscribed to spiritual thinking.
You're a very spiritual person.
I'm just realized it now, bro.
Bro, that's what me and the boys, when it like came to picking your birthday present, we were just like, alright, what can we get Harry? And immediately, like, because I was talking with Matt, we was just like, something spiritual. Because I was like, yeah, Harry's a very spiritual person.
What does that mean though? It's such a weird term.
For me, I guess it kind of means like you're very present. You're very aware. You're like. Also, I feel like spiritual also just is like a personality as well. Like you're very calm, cool and collected. Like I know that you are a calm guy, but when you get in your rants, you're fucking.
I'm manic as well. What that is that's just like peel back.
Yeah.
What is the surface, and that is what's happening underneath.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like all these rants, human beings listening, like all these rants is just my mind running.
Yeah.
You'll meet me as fuck, whatever. Like, what am I even doing? What am I even explaining to no one?
Yeah, I was fucking just over the past day or two. I've watched like over 2 hours of bloody fucking glitch in the Matrix Reddit stories.
You literally said fuck watching Glitch in the Matrix shit,
You know
and
what's-
now you're.
You know what's funny about it?
What?
I am observing it.
You're
I'm not in it. Like, I'm just there. Like, I'm reading these other people's experiences of like what they've had and like whatnot.
And not subscribing to it, but allowing it to fill out your. Fucking...
Yeah, I like because I'm just there. Like, all right, I reckon there's a good chance that we could be in a simulation.
Yeah, it's a very high chance.
Let's
apparently.
see what these people have to say about it. And a lot of it is just like kind of weird.
Like what?
Like, for example, half of them were people like, well, not half, but a couple of them were like, let's just say they started at the top of their stairs or somewhere in their hallway,
Yeah.
and they were walking to go get something in the other room, and as they've like picked it up or they're just about to grab it, they'll blink and they'll be back at like the top of the stairs, and they're like, what the fuck?
I don't
Like
even, I
that
don't know.
one I sent you. The
With
whole fucking
the
afterlife
my
shit.
legs, yeah. I looked at that shit. You know, all it said was there was nothing. That's what came up in my feed.
Yeah, there was a bunch of different sides of the story.
Yeah, goes to show that it's just not as black and white as we want it to be.
Like I was expecting that, like
Yeah,
because you're never gonna. I reckon it's also what you reckon is gonna be there. Like if you
think
die.
so? You think like your belief
I reckon-
creates it for you?
I reckon, yeah, like that could have a big part in it.
That's nice.
Like, cause I've listened to a lot of like people and like asked the question of what do you reckon of death and like if there's an afterlife or not. And I've heard a lot of, I reckon it'll just be black and white, and I
Yeah.
reckon they'll be like, I don't know, let's just say heaven or something that like there is an afterlife, and I don't know, like. Yeah, because I've talked about this with like one of my workmates on a fucking road trip we were on. And he was like, I reckon, and he said it to me as well. He was like, I reckon whatever you believe in, like it'll be there afterwards.
That's a belief. That's all it is. It's that's why the conversation is so fucking hard. Like,
Yeah.
it's like sure,
Like, but I mean, at the end of the day, who the fuck knows until you're there?
This is a conversation that's been happening for thousands of
Since
years.
the dawn of fucking
Since literally the dawn
time,
of.
bro.
So then you go, fuck it. What's the point of even thinking about it?
Yeah.
Seems like
You
wasted
just gotta fucking
space.
allow it.
But think about like of all like the nodes of like human consciousness, it's like if you were to throw like energy at a fucking thing,
Yeah.
we're all just like bouncing off the wall of what happens after death. Boom, we're just
Yeah.
fucking throwing our fucking thoughts at that shit. It's just
Yeah.
like, what if we just all that time we spent doing that, just fucking fix shit. You know what I mean? Like how much time do we waste trying to know something that is unknowable? And how much have we figured out? Because that's what I feel like is spirituality.
Yeah.
Because I was saying just before we started, like I looked up like meditation videos, and it led it to like astral projection meditation, and I was like, all right, I like the sounds. Go into the comments, crazy shit in the comments. I'm like, holy fuck, there's so many people talking about astral projection and like it's a thing. I'm like, are all these people crazy, or is there something to it? Because why does astral projection exist? Why is there a following? Is it a whole bunch of people who like, I'm quirky, I astral project, but they're all lying? I don't think we fucking live in a world like that.
No.
And then I go deeper, and there's all this astrology and shit. I'm just like, I'm questioning of like why astrology is a thing. Like, let me not fully subscribe to it, but why shut my mind off to the potential that it has something in it? It may not all be true. It may be like very, like, made into like commodified and like made into like personality traits and fucking all that shit.
It's a very, it's like with any topic, take everything with like a fucking pinch of salt. Like,
Yeah.
Fucking. Yeah, you just got to be open-minded to it, like, which you obviously are to a lot of things.
But I never was to this, right? So it's like there's levels to things. You know what I mean? You look at that surface level and you go, whole bunch of skinny white chicks talking about Virgos and shit. And you go, all right, that's bullshit. Let me fucking stay in my lane. Fucking get a mortgage, cunt. Like, that's just essentially how we work. We don't want to fucking think about shit that doesn't make sense on the surface.
Yeah.
Though it's like, my whole life, I have had a negative connotation to that spirituality and like crystals and shit. But there's like a crystal shop in every single town. It exists like everywhere. What the fuck? Like, why is that a thing? Why has it lasted so long? Surely people aren't just like, I fucking love crystals. Like, you can buy crystals in so many different places. Why does there have to be all this astrology? Why does it have to be all this, like, and where does astrology come from? Who's measuring these stars? Who's doing all these calculations and symbols? Why are people spending their whole lives making calendars about fucking people's horoscopes? Like, what the fuck? Like, even if it is fake, and you could say it seems, from my current position, looking at it, I don't fucking know. Because I fucking, as I said, it's out of my control. I have no grounding in what's real, what's not. Because I fucking... spooky shit, fucking psychologically speaking, spooky shit's happen, and psychologically speaking, spooky shit's being revealed. Spooky shit is evident. You look at fucking Freud and Jung and what they've discovered, and Nietzsche, and you just go, holy fuck, like, this world is so not what we think it is. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, it's such a weird topic, like with horoscopes and shit, because it's like, I've said it before on this podcast, like. You can, as an outsider, look at it and go, that's stupid.
Yeah.
And then fucking go, but what does mine say? And then it'll say some shit that you align with and you're like, oh, yeah, fucking
yeah.
Yeah, that's me to a T.
We're still inherently interested in
exactly.
it. Here we go, that's fucking cringe.
Yeah, it's so weird because it's like, whenever people ask me, oh, what star sign are you? Taurus. Immediately on that shit. It's like, oh, well, it's like, I don't give a fuck about that shit. So all I know is that I'm a fucking bull, and like, that's it.
I'm a Virgo, bro.
What are you?
The feminine woman. I'm embarrassed by my fucking star sign, bro.
Fucking. But that's the thing. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, my mum and her friend, like, plant, like, fucking plants according to, like, the moon and shit like that. The moon is a very, like, kind of one that's, because apparently that shit works. My mum's always like, oh, it's going to be like this whatever moon, and she'll go fucking plant.
Exactly that, right? I can go, what the fuck is she doing wasting her time?
Batshit crazy.
Exactly.
But we get some good fucking plants, and she knows, like, she's hella into it, so...
And it's like, why does that exist? Why are people saying the moon fucking plant this plant? Like, who is doing that?
Bro.
There's nothing else that has that much detail and could be that much bullshit. Unless it is, and this is the anomaly, I don't fucking know. But the sheer detail of all this shit freaks me out.
You know, like, frequencies and vibrations?
Yeah.
And you know, like,
I believe in that. That's
you believe in that?
Yeah.
Well, the moon and the sun have their own fucking vibrations and frequencies, right?
Yeah. I suppose so. They would, hey.
They do. This guy was talking about it, and he was saying that, like, what was he saying? He was saying shit about waves and how, that rotation of the Earth is actually being slowed down by, because you know how there's high tide and low tide. It's actually just one big wave. So there's like, and
In the ocean, just rolling
which makes
across.
sense.
Oh, because it's pulling it.
Yeah, but it's like one big like the ocean is causing friction by like the tail like underwater. He said it was like the tail like hitting all the rocks and shit, and that 400 million years ago we used to have 21-hour days. Now we have 24-hour days, and that's slowed down because of the friction of the water rolling around the Earth.
Where'd you see this? What is this?
You know the slow-mo guys?
Yeah.
They had a little thing on that.
Holy
And then he was just like, and I reckon like the moon and the sun like have a massive play on the Earth because of the sand. Like, let's play some sand through some frequencies. They played it at 60
Oh yeah, that's
hertz,
crazy.
and it's like forms this circle, like this like kind of X.
Geometrical shapes and shit.
Changes it to like 67. It goes from an X to a circle to straight parallel lines. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah.
So if like the moon and like sun have vibrations, the sand and the ocean are fucking doing something crazy. And what is it doing to the plants?
What's it doing to us? And it comes back to like, you think of like the word vibration of frequencies when it comes to like affecting shit. People will pull back on that terminology, but it's like, have you ever entered a room and like spoke to someone and just felt the vibe?
The frequency
You literally
everybody's at?
felt the vibe, and it's intuitive. You can either choose to go, that's just the saying, and I can just feel vibes, whatever. That is a process that is happening in reality. It's physical. You felt the vibe. You know, you understand this intuitively. There's no doubt. The frequency and vibes of people and scenarios
Bro,
exist.
That was like whenever I walked over to fucking Chris's place, I was always, as soon as I went through the garage door or the front door,
Best mood.
always observing the frequency and the vibe that everybody's at.
Yeah.
If it's low, sometimes I might fucking walk in and just like, yeah, what's up? We'll just roll with this because like I'm feeling that. Or fucking, how's it going, guys? Let's get it fucking up there.
Roll with this because I'm feeling that.
Yeah.
Like I like the low
like,
frequency, the
let's,
chillness.
I'm having a good day. Let's bump it up for everybody else. Like, fucking.
You can
Yeah.
affect people around you by just the intensity that you like Christopher Howie, ADHD is balls. The biggest gift that man has is his ADHD. And we talk about it so much because it's so interesting. He enters a room.
Oh my god.
The frequency.
Nobody knows until you meet this fucking man and hang around him for like a long enough time. You don't even have to hang around for him for a long enough time. You'll see everybody like that is mates with him, their moods change.
Yeah.
Like
He has a, you know, people have gravity. He has a gravity that makes people.
he is a mass.
He is a mass of existence.
He is a mass of
He
a
enters
human.
a room, you instantly know he's here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He doesn't just enter quietly. He's instantly talking as he
Yeah.
steps to the door. Like, he's thinking about something to say as he's walking up to the door, steps to the door, it was fucked when I got, and just, boom, that's when it starts. The whole world revolves around, or at least he's a major player in the room when he's
Yeah.
existing.
It's insane.
I love it though. I
Yeah.
love observing that shit. And that's
Oh.
exactly frequency. Like you say, that's just a person's intensity. Call it a person's intensity, call it it's frequency, intensity, it's all interchangeable. But I can just...
Yeah. Alright, man. Alright.
I can not give up. And I can just...
Wait, you can knock me off.
Bro! I said I can just not give up.
Oh, okay. But you would. Like you just did.
I would just give up. Of course, it made me uncomfortable to do that to you.
Yeah.
And it made you fucking weird. You gave that look to Ealing like, oh, what the fuck? That was fucking odd, wasn't it? That was my intensity having an effect on you. Like, that's fucked that we can even do that as people.
Like, I don't, like, that didn't really faze me at all.
Because I know you so well, but say you didn't. That's why I feel comfortable. That's why I did it. That's amazing in itself.
Yeah.
That I am like such good friends with you that I can just do that shit. And we sit back down and our friendship has not changed because of it.
Like,
Not a single thing is different now.
it's like the whole thing of where I say, I'd love to just crash a car into someone,
Yeah.
get out, walk away and just hear them fucking... someday, I don't know if I'll do it. Maybe
Yeah.
I will one day if I'm fucking retarded for whatever reason, which I am. But
It's a spectrum.
if I just need to be in a shop or out in the street or something and lock eyes with a complete stranger and just well, and then watch them just
Yeah,
'Cause-
that'd be so odd. Imagine if you saw that just walking by, lock eye contact, some guy goes, I am also interested in the idea of appearing crazy. The idea of craziness
that's one way to do it.
isn't real. Like when it comes to like if you are like craziness, obviously there's craziness when you lose the touch of reality. But to be crazy in someone's eyes is so easy to do.
Oh yeah.
You instantly just don't conform to the very basic societal norms, and all of a sudden you're crazy. And that's dangerous because you can have so much fun when you get comfortable doing that. When you literally don't give a fuck what anyone thinks, you can just be crazy and not allow other people thinking you're crazy to affect you.
Yeah.
And that's ultimate freedom. That's why we respect crazy. That's why geniuses are crazy, because they just fucking doing their shit. Like to be a genius, you have to be so unique and
Be tough.
But I'm always interested, like, what does that say about your friendship? Like, that's a test, guys. If you're mates with someone, just fucking out of nowhere, get up, get in their face and just stare at them and be really intense and really fucking invade their personal space. See how that affects your friendship.
Exactly. It's either going to take it to the next level and you're just going to be weird like that from now on, or there's going to be we don't do that.
Yeah, or, bro, what the fuck would happen if that went the wrong way?
Imagine
That's how
someone's like-
comfortable I am with you, bro. That's nice. I'm
Yeah.
glad.
That'd be so weird for me to do that with to someone that I felt like I was close with, and I felt like I could just do that and just and they were just like nah, and then from then they're just like, no, we don't do that. I'm not sure. That's just a weird friendship from then on.
Be not too far. If I grabbed your throat and just held it and stared at you, that's where you draw the line. For whatever reason, that's where I draw the line. Someone grabs you, and they squeeze your throat. That shit seems too
That's
much.
just weird.
That's negative. Like that's meanness. That's evil.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
weird.
That's proper dominance. Like I'm trying to. I hate. Like I remember I've had people grab my neck. That fucking just makes me repulse. I'm like, fuck off. Like there's very few things.
Yeah.
Not a fan. Yeah, you know when I got up and I knocked the mic over, I was very close to going back to sit down because I'm like, I fucking knocked the mic over. I've made a retard out of myself.
Yeah. And you were like, oh fucking amazing. Yeah.
I dug my heels in, mate. I had to keep going. I had to commit.
Yeah.
You can't break character.
Oh man. Yeah, that's another thing. Pushing through something embarrassing.
If you
Like
give
that.
you up,
That was
it's
a bit
so much
embarrassing
worse.
for you.
Oh, it
That's
made
how
me
you would've-
embarrassed.
Yeah, exactly. But you were because you're already in that intensity. It's like that's the make or break moment of
But you know what put the cherry on the top with my embarrassment is when you looked at Ealing and you went, this cunt's weird. And she said, yeah, he's weird. And then I just went, I didn't give a fuck. Whatever. Like, I could have got really fucking went in my shell. Like, but it's like, Ealing, I didn't give a fuck. And it is what it is.
get used to it.
Get used to seeing me run up to Angus and just stare at him. Probably won't happen again.
Yeah.
At least for a while.
I mean, you're both
You
a
said
bit
it.
weird, so.
Hmm?
I said, I mean, you're both a bit weird, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boxed. Boxed.
Bro,
Remember
that's-
that? That we haven't done that in ages.
Yeah. Where did that stem from? Did that originally stem from doing the whole fucking
No. Tom was sitting up against the wall and I came down together and went, I just said, no, what did I do?
Yeah.
Boxed. And he kept
Yeah.
doing it back to me.
Oh. Fuck. What else?
I lost the game.
Just then? Yeah, thanks.
No worries.
Bro. Why?
It is what
Tom
it
had
is.
to say it, didn't
I
he?
know. I hadn't been on my mind in like months.
The game, bro.
It's so bad.
Bro, if those are like my last words, allow it, man.
Yeah, you're on your death. No, like we're at war, and like we've just one of us is dying in our arms, and just pulls him in closer. Told my mom, I lost the game.
That fucks the other person up on an entirely new level.
I lost the game. I lost the game. He come back.
Shell shock, fucking. Oh, fuck. Oh, bro. How do you laugh at your mate when he's dying then, or do you just fucking? I lost the. Oh, fuck you, cheeky cunt. He's just dead.
What would he do if if someone literally did that? Would you would you just not be able to mourn them at that point? Like, he's dead, but he fucking said I lost the game before
Bro,
he died.
I don't know how
he's a
I'd
funny
react.
cunt.
Like, so you're about to cry? I lost the game.
You'd be like, what? What?
What does that mean? Oh.
I'd love to see that happen. Like, if we could run like in the Matrix, run a simulation of that happening.
Oh, bro. That'd be funny. Fuck.
It'd be like a cry through tears, probably. That's probably what it would be. Like, you. Like, I appreciate you, and you're gone. That's terrible. It'd be like. It's like when the guy dies, it's like, you gotta buy the Ferrari for me. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta buy that GTS.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll buy it when I get back. And then the movie ends and the guy's driving his GTS.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that shit.
Fucking I should just get that on my gravestone then. I lost the game. I should have like all that shit, and then like there's some tiny writing, so if someone's just curious to like see, lost the game.
But then someone doesn't know what the game is. They just see a
look it up.
gravestone. I lost the game. This guy was fucked. Like, what does that mean? Like, what a mystery.
Yeah, that fucks him up at a different level.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, what if you just had on your tombstone, yeah, like, I've gone to hell or something like that.
Yeah. Some cunts have had funny tombstones. That's what I want as well.
You want a funny tombstone?
Yeah, just like something that like makes somebody go,
I don't want a tombstone, eh?
you just want to fucking.
I want to be fed to sharks.
Oh yeah, true.
How fucking
You've had some weird fucking things of how you want to die. The very first one I remember is when you were like,
I don't want to die by getting eaten by sharks.
no, when you're dead.
Yeah.
I remember, I think you were saying it to your dad as well. And you're like, Dad, when I die, can you put me on a boat? Like a Viking boat.
Yeah.
Set me out. Arrow on fire.
That's fucking sick. I'd love that.
Yeah.
Put all my slaves on there. Send me out.
All your slaves on there.
Yeah, bro. If I go on Viking, I'll buy a couple.
Alright. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I literally told my mum, if I die, go to South Africa, onto the bottom of South Africa where all the great whites are, chuck me in and just watch me get fucking whoosh. I wonder if I died that next day if my mum would go through with it. My son had one wish. You know what I mean? He wanted to be with my shark. She's on a current affair, like gone crazy.
Oh my god.
He wanted to get eaten by a
mum.
great white shark.
Your mum is just trying to live up to like to let
Her
you
dead son's expectation.
And now you made her like a mockery out of it. Like people are just like fucking, oh the crazy shark lady.
Yeah.
Wanted to feed her fucking kid to the sharks.
that crazy bitch in Australia, like, oh my god, how terrible would that have been. I'm glad I'm not dead.
Bro.
If I die, cremate me and sprinkle me. That's all. That's the easiest way.
Oh. Far out,
Nah,
man.
just bury me under a tree. Like, that's about it. Like, that's nice. I don't really want to be in a coffin.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly, I would prefer my body just be left in a forest, like just on the dirt, than be put in a coffin. Because it's all treated with pine and shit.
Yeah.
I'd rather the fucking foxes eat me than worms, in a way. Like, feed me to like the predators.
Yeah.
I reckon that's cool.
Yeah.
That's my body. Like, fuck it. It's a bit of meat, bit of fucking energy. I'm a blip on the radar when it comes to like their life and food and shit. Like,
Yeah.
give them a fucking buffet.
Fucking. So, do you see that like viral kind of clip of a funeral that went around?
No.
And it was like a guy who had died, but he must have known he was going to die soon because they played a recording like, and it was just him going, hello, it's fucking dark in
Oh.
here. Yeah, and then he just started singing and then like fucking chatting a bunch of shit.
That's funny,
Yeah. Had everybody at the funeral fucking laughing.
Yeah, that's also a thing I want. No matter when I die, I want it to be a celebration. No black.
Yeah,
I want
fuck,
everyone
bro.
to be wearing straight color, no matter what. Like, I want someone in yellow, someone in orange, someone in purple, someone in blue, someone in pink. Just straight color. Socks, shoes, everything.
Can't be a dead fucking funeral.
I'll play one sad song. That's it.
What are you playing?
Don't Cry Your Heart Out. That's what I played by Oasis.
I'd have to give that a listen. I don't think I've heard it.
Check it on. Yeah, I'll play it. I got it. I'll be able to find it quicker.
Are we getting copyright claimed?
Fuck it. I'm gonna cut out the. I'm gonna be executive decision. Cut the coronavirus talk out. It's not required. I think it's
Why?
negative, and we don't need that negativity.
I don't even know where like we started and finished.
Are you okay with that? Because I would
I
rather
really
just
don't
not
care.
have that fucking.
I really don't care, man.
Ah, cheers.
Yeah, it's probably better for the fucking listeners, anyways.
Yeah.
Definitely better for the listeners because they'd be like, coronavirus, don't want to
Yeah.
hear.
I don't like talking about it, and yet I do talk about it, and then I instantly regret it.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to talk about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
This song is sad, but
This is the podcast to take your mind off shit.
just listen to that. It's just depressing. Be scared. This is where everyone starts crying. Get it out of your system. You never change what's been and gone. I'm gone. Fucking don't
Yeah.
worry about it. It's such a good song.
That's a banger. Already, yeah.
Then he just goes, "Stop crying your heart out," because that's essentially like that's what you want people to say when after you're gone. Just fucking
Yeah,
don't waste your life just because mine's gone. You know.
Yeah. Fuck, man. I really used to be in the like mindset, like, because everyone would say it, like, of, I wonder, like, who will be there at my funeral. Like, now it's kind of as long as like my family's there, I guess. Like, I couldn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you'd always be surprised by who will show.
Like, at the same time though, it'd be pretty mid
What?
just to be like at your funeral.
Oh, I'd love to see who all those distant people that you've touched. Like, how weird would that be?
Yeah, that'd just be so weird. Like, you just see old Joe Blow down from the street that you just used to say, "Hey, dude."
Used to wave
Just-
to.
Yeah.
He's like, the young bloke down the street died.
You fucking kidding? He was an
And he-
absolute legend.
He'd show up,
Yeah.
unless he wouldn't. Who knows? But like the lady at the fucking tuck shop. She knew you. Oh, the Straddon's boy died. Oh. Go give my condolences, son.
Sorry, sir. Have you watched it yet?
No.
I need to fucking watch it.
I want to watch it so bad.
Chris said like an idea that like we should all just be in like an Xbox party and watch it. Like, just watch it.
I think we should wait.
You reckon?
What if it's not worth it?
Wait, how long is it?
Like 15 minutes.
You know what? It better be fucking good.
It's
For
got
15 minutes for all of us boys just to wait and fucking gather around.
for reference. This is the new Big Les show episode with Clarence sitting with he's got a fucking French beret on in a director's seat as the thumbnail, and we've all resisted months to click on it. Like, that takes commitment.
Yeah.
It's gonna be mad.
Fucking. Do you still watch Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
Apparently, their new episode, Alice has been keeping up to date.
Number 9.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is meant to might be out now, but it's
Yeah.
like an hour long or something like that.
Holy shit! That's exactly what you want them to do.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And there should be one episode after that. It must be a 2-parter.
No, I think it's the final.
The 9. There's usually
Like that's what I was saying, but because it's an hour fucking long, that's fucking 4 episodes in itself.
That's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah, an hour long episode of Rick and Morty.
That's
cunt.
intense. That's a lot of shit happening.
Yeah.
I hope it like has the pace.
Yeah.
That's a magnum opus of Rick and Morty. Like, they pack so much shit in such a small. All the fucking nuggets of just conversation and all the nuance of the conversation.
Yeah. And how like intellectually they talk or intellect their vocabulary is,
And the
and
ideas.
to pack that into an hour-long episode,
Mm.
not even pack it in, like stretch it out. That is commitment as a freaking writer.
There has to be acts. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Like,
Yeah.
it has to be one of those types.
Yeah,
I couldn't imagine just a straight-up story for an hour.
it's got to be fucking epic.
I wonder how many seasons they'll do.
I don't know. I'm hoping it goes on for a bit.
But if they end it this season and that's the fucking... You're
They
done.
Couldn't. They'd be saying they would have announced it at like the beginning, like final season.
Yeah, true.
And like not only that, like they always muck around. Like at the end of seasons, they're like Rick and Morty for 100 more years, 100 more seasons, like all that shit. So I don't know, maybe 10. I reckon it could. Oh, but they're at season 5 right now.
But they're such cool guys who make the show. Like, I feel like they'll have like the self-control to say, let's stop when it's good.
Well, that's the thing. I think it was one of the writers, like the original writers of Rick and Morty, died.
Did he?
Yeah, and like in the middle of season 4 or something like that. That's why in one of the episodes, at the end, it's like in memory of Mike whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I said Mike whatever. That's so rude. Fucking Mike. I don't know his last name, but yeah,
Mike fed to sharks.
had a pretty cool animation as well. It was just him patting a dog, and then a door opens. Like it's just him on a wall with a door patting a dog, and then the door opens just into galaxies. It's like that's me. That's where you'd want to go. To the fucking stars.
Yeah, the more I think about like what life after death would be, when you know, I said like we throw all that energy at death, the question of death. It's like once you start actually contemplating death, you won't exist anymore. It puts your life in such a better perspective, and I feel like a lot of people run from the idea of death. It's like you will literally not exist on this planet anymore, and your destination is death. What are you gonna do? What do you want to do with it? You can literally do anything. Within the confines of our reality, but that's a ton of shit. But you know what controls everyone? You need to make money to be successful. Why? You got to you got to be able to survive. But the first thing you'd be, okay, how can I create a stream of income where I can live the lifestyle I want? That is the first thing. It's like, could you create a lifestyle that is very low maintenance and low cost and allows you to like just move around everywhere and live everywhere? But does that give you satisfaction? It would be for some people. It's just weird, the parameters of what we think is acceptable. Like if you go, what's your son do? Oh, he lives in a tent and travels around the world. People will initially feel like that's pretty cool. Is he gonna have a family? No, not apparently. Like not really. And you go, oh, that's kind of sad. It's like with everything, there's like a sort of, there's like a glory and then there's like a negative part of it. Like you could say, oh, he moves around and lives at a tent, and people go, what a bum. Like, what's this guy doing with his life?
Fuck me, I'm popping off. Yeah. It's definitely, that's like a definite two-sided coin of how people perceive that. That guy's living life, or he's a fucking bum. That is like fucking.
Well, you're not paying taxes.
What do they call couch surfing off and like bludgeon off everybody?
Yeah.
He's a fucking dull bludger cunt.
But what if he like paid taxes and literally just slept in tents, got his food from the market whenever he needed to?
Allow it.
Literally allow it.
I
But
guess.
what a weird life.
Yeah.
I couldn't live that life. But yet we judge people who would live that life. Like, I don't fucking... That whole idea of how I'm gonna spend my life, what I want to do with it. I can literally do anything. What do I desire? Why is that desire a thing? Like what motivates the desire?
Like immediately when I see, like, well, not immediately when I see, but when you like kind of look up videos on how to save and like, how to save for a house and whatnot, you'll come across the odd ones where people are just like, don't even have a fucking house, cunt. Live in me van, packed out with a bed, fucking cooktop, everything you need. Just go around and have showers at the local beach shower. That's all you need, mate.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, if you actually wanted to buy a house, but you were fine with like living wherever in the beginning, that is the perfect way to fucking save. Live in a fucking van that's got like a cooktop and shit that you can like cook your dinner and whatnot
And just
with.
save up for a house as you're doing
Bro,
that.
You're not paying rent or any taxes on fucking anything related to a house. You're just fucking paying tax on the money you earn. And like maybe like and then like just paying for fuel and like your groceries and shit that you would anyways on top of a house.
2 birds, 1 stone, mate.
Exactly. So you're just raking in all that money, don't have to worry about shit, and then
And what you become addicted then you become addicted to the van life. Got my wife, got my
Yeah.
2 kids.
that's
still,
where that's what
still
I was
in
about
the
to say.
van.
You got to be like committed to that, to like and have that goal 100% of the way. Like fucking something big, like I'm gonna get a house after this, and it's gonna be fucking sweet.
I always imagine like if I had a bunch of money, I'd buy up like a whole bunch of fucking plots in suburbs and just plant fucking a garden on them.
Dedicated to the fucking Steve and
Just fucking
conservation project.
You can do that. And just allow humans just to fucking there's a park for you. Why not?
Yeah.
Think about all that land value, Harry. That's going to waste.
I don't give a fuck.
Yo,
cunt.
what's this money?
Move out that
What's this
way.
money? Don't give a fuck, mate. Like,
Yeah.
I'm literally providing a fucking nice thing for the people, and I'm making interest, mate.
Yeah.
It is weird, like.
It's all that fuck you money that everybody wants.
Yeah, but then you're also buying up plots of land and putting less houses there, which would increase the housing prices.
But you're already in a house.
Yeah, but I'm saying for other people, you're
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
do it to help people.
Yeah.
It is weird.
Mm.
Yeah, go to like Oran Park and just buy like 10 blocks next to each other and build like the national park just in the middle of a suburb.
Yeah.
The government would try and stop you, I guarantee it.
Yeah, for sure. Council and everybody would be on your ass.
Can't do that.
Oh, why can't I do that? Well, you got to build on it.
I always try and imagine like what would I immediately do if like I look at my phone and there's just now $3 million in there or $1 million, doesn't really matter. Like
What would you do?
what would be like my actions? Like I check my phone now, $1 million in there. I've got $1 million in my like. What is my first steps?
First step, paying off me and my brother's property.
Yeah.
So then that's sorted, and we're just making money from that. Second step, buying a fucking sick car, cunt. The rest of it, putting away. And then taking out 50k each week to fucking splash at the cash, mate. Yeah. Fuck, no, I couldn't do that. Like whenever me and Chris are slapping on the pokies, and he's like, if we win the grand, we say it every time we walk in there, if we win the grand, we're going to the Star. And sometimes I see the prices of the grand, and it's like, cheeky 10k. Just like going to the Star. Fuck that, that's going in my bank account, bro. I need to pay off some shit.
Yeah. You can do so much with like a mill.
Fucking oath. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, like you could just buy a house and like a car, and you're pretty much sweet for the rest of your life, really. As long as you just stay on top of it.
yeah, and you don't go beyond your means. Stay modest.
Like if you could buy like an $800,000 house, fucking get a nice car
Yeah.
worth fucking I don't know 50 to 100.
I was thinking like, if I was to buy land, I'd want to buy like land, cheap land or whatever with a bit of space. I'll just build like a tiny fucking house on it. Like I don't need a lot of fucking house.
Yeah.
I wouldn't plan on moving anytime soon.
That's the thing with a lot of house. It's like,
What to clean?
then you gotta fucking hire a cleaner and shit like that.
Yeah, fuck
It's like,
that.
oh, but I want to do it myself.
Yeah.
But fuck that.
I could build like a little log cabin. A nice stove in there. A loft with a bed, a kitchen,
Yeah.
a seating area, a kitchen.
That's
So-
one thing I would want. I want like a house and a place out in the middle of whoop, so I can just go hunting and whatnot.
Mm.
And if like, yeah, I don't know.
Well, do you plan on staying around here?
Do I plan on staying around here?
Yeah, with property and where you're gonna live.
I don't fucking know. Like,
Me either.
I really don't know. And I've thought about it because the place is forever expanding, and it's just my head's in like two minds of this is a really good area, but it's like, do I really want to stay here? I wouldn't mind it, but I don't know. Where else can I move that's like alright and like close to everything,
Mm.
but is like not like a city?
And it's sort of affordable.
It's a slippery slope, but I don't
Mm.
know.
This is gonna sound pretentious to people who live in the city, but I like to go places and not have to stop at stoplights. Like that's how shit is when you don't live in a fucking built up area. If you want to go somewhere and you're running late, you can fucking get there 5 minutes faster. If you're on time, you can just chill. And if you're cruising, you're just cruising and you enjoy the drive. Bro, I fucking hate stop, start.
City fucking drives me mad, man. Just peak hour as well.
Fuck. It just this is like the gift of living somewhere where there isn't stoplights, but just being able just to fucking drive. There's nothing. It's so nice.
That's just like the fucking morning talk of the office. Oh, mate, finished at fucking 6 o'clock. Boss wanted me to stay back an hour. Got caught at the peak hour. In there for 2 hours. 2 hours, John. Mate, don't even want to talk about it.
Gross.
I fucking couldn't stand the city, man. Like, I like going there,
Yeah.
but I couldn't live there.
What if you lived in the CBD?
In
where
the
you
CBD.
didn't have to travel in and out.
I didn't have to travel in and out. I don't know. I still don't think so. I like looking at the city through like pictures and fucking like if I'm in a high rise, fucking looking above the city. When you're in there, it's pretty fucking scat. Well, that's how I look at it as well.
I like the city more and more I go. I used to hate the city. I used to hate going there.
I used to love it, and now I'm like the opposite kind
Mm.
of. I'm not like I don't hate it. I'm just at a level where it's like, oh, I'll go.
Yeah, I used to like reject wanting to go to the city. Like, oh, we're going into the city to have dinner. Why? Why are we traveling an hour and a bit to go to a building?
Yeah.
But now I love the architecture. That's the shit that I love. I like the buildings, the trees.
Yeah.
I like looking up and going, man, that's a tall thing. Like, they're so big. Like, buildings are massive.
I love. Oh, there's a building in the fucking
It's like
city
skyscrapers.
that looks kind of hectic from up top, but it is insane because it's covered in bushes.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one.
It looks sick. It'd be
Mm.
so sick if like a bunch of the city towers all like
Mm.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been thinking, I think I might move over the Blue Mountains onto the other side. Get away from the fucking development, at least for like 10 years.
That's what I've been thinking. Like, where can
That's
I go?
what everyone is thinking.
Like, I remember driving back through Newcastle, I think, around that area,
Mm.
and the houses are like cheap up there, man.
Newcastle. I haven't been up there too often.
Swear, like they just like they were building a new estate. I'm not sure if it was property, but I'm pretty sure it was a house.
Yeah.
That was like saying 300,000.
How many rooms?
Oh, I didn't look. I just saw a sign
Mm.
and it like had a house on it and it was like 300,000 bucks.
You
Like
can,
this range. I'm like, fuck.
I saw a one garage, 2 bedroom in Austral house for 300 and maybe 50, 300 to 350k. Like that's a cheap as fuck house here. But you get nothing. We're a bit fucked. The housing market is so bad.
That's why we just move out to Woolwell. Us boys, we fucking buy a street, whack some big houses on there, and then go to our cabins.
Bro, how about we all put our money together, we buy a property and we just make our own fucking existence. We just pave our own roads and let's all have houses on this property.
Well,
that's the talk that every kid has with his friends. But we can do it.
Foreigners, like...
We're different. We're
foreigners
special.
do a, like, similar tactic to that.
Foreigners?
Yeah.
Ah.
They'll come over...
Yeah.
All live in one house, like 16 of them, even if it's a small house. And then, one by one, the families will buy another house. And they'll buy another house. And then they'll buy another house. And then they're all, like, living in their own houses. It's pretty smart.
That is pretty smart.
Like, when you got that much income and that many people living in a house.
You save
like,
all the money up real quick.
let's buy these fucking houses and get you fucking out of here.
That's really smart.
Yeah.
But who wants to be the one stuck with the house at the start with all the people fucking, all the smells and all the people existing and all the wear and tear?
Yeah.
I'd want to be the first one out.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be beautiful.
But then they're probably going to split up and then, like, go to your house as well.
True.
I guess that's how you'd think if you were moving overseas and that's how you're doing it. You'd be thinking in like a pack mentality. All right, we split up. We fucking get one house, divide.
Well,
Get
that's
another
just
house,
fair.
divide. Yeah, exactly.
What do you do? I've been thinking like, where else would I live other than Australia? Like, if I had to like get the fuck out and just move somewhere, I've been thinking Switzerland. It's expensive, but
I thought you were going to say some kind of European country. Europe would be nice. I don't know if I'd live there. It'd be sick to have like a place there or something.
Austria,
I was going to say New Zealand.
New Zealand. Yeah, it's too similar to me. I want somewhere a bit.
I just like it because of the mountain range. I haven't been there, but I've just seen photos of it. It looks fucking beautiful. It also be pretty sick to like, I reckon, live in America, but like not in anywhere that's like in somewhere rural, like here. It'd be pretty sick to live in America, I reckon. Where else? Europe-wise. Go. Say what you're gonna say, because I'm gonna think.
I was gonna say, I reckon Switzerland is locked in, like right up against the Alps. You don't hear about it too much. It's very quiet. Cold? Yeah, I like cold. It snows, beautiful rivers, trees, forests, and then right next door, I would even move to Austria. Like, what a fucking locked in spot. All that fucking forest and shit.
That's the thing, like, you can always say it about any country.
Estonia, fucking got some good land, some cheap trees. It's got the fucking sea right next to it. Like, you can say it, you can say it anyway. Though, would I have to learn Swiss? Like, they speak Swiss? Yeah. Like, I wonder if that's like their... I could probably get a Swiss Army knife. That'd be sick. That'd be so cool.
Part of the culture.
Yeah. Get some Swiss cheese. Switzerland is not on the map for a lot of things. Like, when it comes to, like, global.
They're on the map for chocolate, aren't they? Or is that...
Toblerone? Toblerone?
Swiss, yeah. Switzerland. Or am I thinking of Sweden? I don't even know.
Oh.
I'm thinking of Belgium. Belgian chocolate.
Yeah, that's it. I would move to England.
Yeah, all I hear is fucking shit weather, mate.
Yeah, like, why would I want to move to somewhere that's shit?
Like, they all rave on about it. It's fucking shit weather here.
They go to pubs and drink. Like,
Oh, everyone over there is like, I swear to God, a fucking alcoholic, and all I hear is pub. Like, that's their culture, like pubs.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of our culture too.
Yeah, but I
We
feel
have the
like
beach and shit.
But I feel the only reason I say that is because it's a much smaller place and much more people. So I feel like it'd just be a bit more crowded.
I just see like I just think of England. I just think of like those shitty thin roads that you see on Top Gear. rain and just
Like
cows
overcast.
and then just people fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Ireland, Scotland, windy. Fuck no.
Oh, yeah, bro. Fuck that. I mean,
Canada. I don't know about Canada.
Canada would be alright.
Jamaica.
They say that's the better America.
The what?
They say it's the better America.
Well, any Canadian would probably say that. Any American wouldn't. Portugal. I go Portugal.
I don't know much about
Me
fucking
either.
countries.
That seems alright. Trying to think of South America where you'd move. Brazil.
Red hot, bro.
A lot of crime and shit.
Yeah.
What about Argentina or Peru?
Are they red hot?
I don't know enough about them. Don't think as bad as some more of the narco thingos.
What else?
Where would you live in Africa?
Where would I live in Africa?
If you had to live in a country in Africa,
I don't know all the countries in Africa.
what's one that you think and you go?
Well, the only fucking one I really know is like Nigeria. I don't know. I'd have to like have a squeeze. Look at some photos of Africa.
Morocco. That'd be pretty sick.
Fucking where else?
Egypt. Yeah. Sand though. I don't like sand.
I'm pretty sure that's also a pretty high crime rate.
Yeah. You never
Yeah.
really hear about Egypt either anyway. Like the amount Egypt is crazy. It's like the pyramids are just there.
Bro, fucking.
The oldest shit ever.
Have you seen fucking? Oh no, I don't think you were there.
What?
I think we were on like a group call, and it might have just been me, Christian, and someone else. But Christian was playing his flight simulator, and he went to Egypt, and he's just like, "Look at this shit, cunt! I'm flying past the pyramids, and there's houses just in front, like just behind it, like legit a couple 100 meters back. There's just fucking a bunch of fucking city houses.
Hey.
All there. It's like, wow, definitely doesn't look like that in the movies. It's
No.
like out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
That's
It's like,
yeah.
oh
That's,
yeah, let's fucking all wake up in the the pyramids.
you need to go to Egypt. I think that's so cool.
Yeah, it'd be sick to just even fucking look at those fucking mammoths.
I want to hike Machu Picchu in Peru.
Would you do Mount Everest?
No, don't think so.
Why not?
Too deadly. I don't have that. Like, that's just too far for me. Like, I'm not an experienced hiker enough. I'm not a mountaineer. If I went with like a fucking expert, a crew of experts, I might consider it. But there's no desire to summit Mount Everest for the sake of summiting Mount Everest. Like, the risk versus the reward isn't worth it. I was there. Were ya? Cool. You know, go base camp.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Have a check it out.
Yeah, that should be. I would go to base camp.
Yeah.
Just fucking look at it and go, there's one fucking tall mountain.
But what you have to understand is when you go to base camp, all the guys going up are like, pussy.
Fuck, I was like, alright, well, I might see you back down here.
Yeah. You fucking let his air out
100
as he's
people die out there.
just let the oxygen out of his tank.
Yeah.
Can't breathe.
It's crazy, man. So, alright, we're gonna fucking get to the summit. Gotta be fucking quick though, because it's sunny right now, but in a couple of seconds it could be fucking fucked.
What a crazy experience though to be at the top of literally everything.
The world, yeah, just up there and fucking. What is looking down like? Just standing up there.
But you're around. It'd be mad to see sea level,
That's
but you
what-
can't because you're
You
in.
probably could like
You reckon?
if they were to be like there's base camp or there's like the lowest point of the fucking valley or something. It's
Yeah.
like, ooh, I'm this really fucking.
Imagine
low.
wingsuiting.
I was about to say like. I'd want to pack a parachute. I would just want it just so I could.
But is the air too thin up there?
Yeah, that's why helicopters can't get up there. And shit.
Yeah. But could you wingsuit?
Probably.
As if someone hasn't already.
That's
Let me
what I
look it
want
up.
to see. Yeah, somebody just fucking from Red Bull team. Let's fucking go.
Someone from Red Bull. Someone from V Energy. I'll do it. V Energy, hit us up.
The energy lacking on the sponsorship.
We haven't been giving out our code.
Yeah. Look, we're getting new sponsors every week. Like, you know.
World record base jump from Mount Everest. Yeah, right.
Base
2013 apparently.
How high?
Guess what the top comment is? That seems safer than hiking back down. Not wrong.
Yes.
Not wrong.
Not wrong at all. Fuck going back down all the way. It's like, oh, now I gotta go back down. How high? Did it say how
Don't worry
high
about it.
up?
We have to look it up. It's not worth showing it. Yeah.
Did it say how high up it was?
Nah.
Did it look like
It was going to be
top?
like a minute of me being silent, scanning shit.
Did it look like it was at the top?
No.
But still, it'd be pretty big.
Yeah. Imagine like going from that to sea level, just flying over India.
It would be pretty sick. Just standing at the top of an avalanche. Like, you're the one that's just walking on some snow and then, ooh, foot slips and the whole fucking mountainside just goes.
We need-
Avalanches are so fucked.
They are. And they blow them up with TNT. That's just like the common practice.
Yeah.
It's a terrible way to die as well. Pass out.
Like, yeah, imagine just like creating enough space, and then it's what really weirds me out is when people go, when you're under the snow and you don't know what direction you're in,
Yeah, that's trippy.
like what's up and down. You'd think you'd be able to do it because like when you're upside down for long enough or something, or if you're on the side, you think you'd be able to tell.
How would you figure it out?
How would you figure it out?
How would
Well,
you figure it out?
How would I figure it out? Depends what I've got on me. Immediately, I was thinking if I've got some kind of like liquid on me or water, tip it upside down, like see which way it moves, like a water bottle or something, or even like creating a big enough space where I pick something up and drop it. Only reason why I say like fucking being on your side and shit, or being upside down, because you got shit in your ears that that are always like that are level to like know that you're balanced. That's
Yeah.
why when you spin, like when you spin around and get dizzy, it's because all the fluid in your ears is all fucking swashing around. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like you'd be able to feel those pressures of like being upside down and whatnot. But I guess you're like,
Well,
on
you're
your
packed
back
in
and
real
shit,
tight.
Yeah.
You know what I do, bro? I go like that, then I and just spit and see which way it rolled.
Yeah.
That's got to be one of the protocols.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Some sort of liquid. Like,
Like, go like that. Yeah.
yeah, some sort of.
You know they used to skin people as torture back in the medieval times?
They used to do a lot of weird shit, man.
They used to tie you to a board, and there's a famous artwork of like this guy with a filleting knife, and he's cut the top of his thigh, and he's pulled the skin up, and he's just slicing it like that. And the guy's just like, "Ah!" I'll show you, bro. It's it's the only painting that's made me like grimace. It's that
Yeah.
intense.
No, I saw a really fucking. They had it at the fucking art gallery museum in Sydney. Legit, they had some guy, and I was like fucking 10 or something when I saw this, but they had a guy like on his knees, kind of,
Yeah.
or whatnot, like naked with his like all this shit cut open, a devil, like this
Is
demon
this
kind
real?
of thing. No, like it was a painting,
Okay.
but a really a real detailed one.
yeah.
Like him going like another one behind his head, like with like some kind of spear.
A devil.
Like yeah, but they all had baby faces on.
Ew.
It was I was like a kid, and I'm like, ugh.
What does that
the
mean?
Fuck.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but they're all like fucking taking his insides and shit. I could probably. Oh no, I don't know if I'd be able to look it up.
I went to
Find the car.
an exhibit in the city, and they were showing this art exhibit, and it was a guy who did an art exhibit, and he cut from his shoulder or his neck, and he made a slice through his skin from here all the way down to his toe. And it was just an exhibit of just watching the doctors, and he's strapped down on a table, and he's an artist, and they sliced him down from his neck down to his toe, diagonal across his body. And you just see the blood just coming up the sides of him, and he's just like, ah! It was very weird. I don't know what he was trying to accomplish.
Where?
In Sydney.
In Sydney.
You know where the train station is, Central?
Yeah.
Just a bit, just like 5 minutes up the road, there's a art
Fuck.
exhibit. Look at this. Let me show the camera.
Oh,
Look at that
whoa.
shit. Look at the guy's chest. Bro. Oof.
That's a bit weird.
But look at the facial expression, and look at the skin on his foot. Look how well the guy's painted the skin folding.
The guy's just got the knife in his mouth.
Oh,
This guy's cutting his chest.
the chest gets me. Like someone just slicing a sternum up there.
And this guy's attacking his arm.
Mm-hmm. This is what happened. This was a real thing.
I mean,
Bro.
some people still do it now.
I suppose.
Bro, fucking yeah. Mad shit was going on back in the fucking day. Like, all that shit still goes on today. Like, their fucking old torturing techniques of fucking putting a rat on you and then in a bucket and then just heating up the bucket and letting the fucking rat eat through you.
That's full on.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like a cartel thing where they'll get 5 dogs to like grab you? They get like 4 dogs to grab you on each arm and pull you apart, and you just be in the middle. 2 dogs on your legs, 2 dogs on your arms, and 1 dog on your nuts, and they'll just start ripping at
Well,
you.
they did that with fucking horses also in medieval times.
What, pull people apart?
Yeah.
We're such
They just
dirty fucking monkeys,
yeah,
aren't
tie them up to your fucking limbs and then just and then fucking.
we? Imagine seeing that. They would have just been like, holy fuck! That would have been everyone.
Exactly.
And they would be like, shit, we can do that.
Do you reckon though? Because it went on so often, do you reckon the cunts would just be there like for their daily entertainment?
Well, why do you think they even got horses to pull someone apart? So they go, holy fuck!
But-
That's exactly why.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not. That would have for sure been happening the like first times it would have happened.
Yeah.
But because it would have been happening for so long,
Yeah.
people would have been getting accustomed to it.
Nah, but once they were gone, a guy's arm just got ripped off by a horse. Seen it like 10 times. They evolve it and do it even worse and worse and worse. Don't you
I don't
reckon?
know. What's this? What is the term? Caught. Drawn. What is it? Something.
Horse-drawn carriage. What?
Something drawn and quartered. I forget what the saying is, but that's like what they did. Let me look it up.
Drawn and oh yeah.
Drawn.
And quartered.
Yeah. Hanged, drawn, quartered, and decapitated. Well, that's not drawn and quartered. Hanged, drawn, and quartered.
Well, we also used to like hang people up in trees. Like they'd kill a black guy and they just hang him up in a tree as like a warning to other black people. Like that was recent.
Hanged, drawn. Yeah, hanged, drawn, and quartered. That was it.
We did to indigenous people too.
Bro, white people are just fucked up.
Let's walk in. Listen to us. We know.
We know the way.
We know.
And we know, but you're still beneath us. We're not even gonna we're gonna teach you, but we're
We'll
not.
never be like we are.
Yeah, we're not even gonna teach you. We're just gonna fucking enslave you. Like, fuck, man. I really don't want to be. I'm really glad I'm born in this time
Hey.
where I can actually like think for myself, kind of.
Yeah.
Because everyone back in the day was just doing it because they could do it.
But do you know where the cowardice comes from? When people said that they would never do that.
That's
No,
why. That's
we
why I'm
can all
saying
do it.
I'm glad I'm in this time period. Like, because I for sure would have been doing it.
Yes. You're born into it. You know nothing else. I'm
Exactly.
doing it. I could have been the fucking guard in Auschwitz. If I was born into that scenario, it's just as likely for me to be If I was living that man's life who was a guard in Auschwitz, I would be a guard in Auschwitz because that's just who I became from the shit going on around me. You're so helpless to your situation.
Yeah.
It takes a whole bunch of variables for an individual to break free of that and be like, fuck Hitler when I'm a Nazi. Like, that takes a lot. And there's a lot of variables that are out of your control to aid you in that position to even think like that.
Product of your environment.
Mm-hmm. Though,
That's what it is. Like,
the power comes from, though, like, the true respect is like, recognize that could be you and choose to detest it and for it to never be you. You know.
that's what you would want to believe you would do.
Yeah.
But like, fuck, man. Like,
I think we're all capable of immense evil.
oh, everybody is.
Yeah.
Everybody fucking is. I don't care how good of a fucking soul you got. Everybody has that little fucking dark thing in their head.
Yeah.
Everybody's got it.
And everyone influences everyone. Like, think about like the impact Hitler had to do. Like, what we talk about gravity of what, like Chris Howie entering the room. Hitler enters the room. Hitler enters the stage of government. He takes control. Literally creates an extermination camp to kill a whole race of people.
Bro, on like fucking ketamine, heroin,
Mm-hmm.
just fucking 3-hour rants.
So, like, think about what that means. It's like, I went blank.
Ooh.
Yeah, right. So think about what that means, like the impact that this guy's had, and his influence, and everyone sort of just agreed with it. Well, not agree with it, but everyone went along with it. And it goes to show like the influence of, you were just a product of your environment, and if you are a product of your environment, that means you're heavily influenced by the people around you, and that helps them push them in a certain direction of their mind. So if you're born into a Nazi country, you're obviously going to be born into Nazism, and if you're a Nazi, you're a Nazi. So it goes to show like the power, the importance of, if you realize that you can be a good person and like do positive shit, that has a ripple effect on everyone and on your society. And to decide not to do that is going to negatively affect everyone around you. You know what I mean? Like, we are born into a positive society, born into good families who have raised us well with good morals. Like, that shit doesn't come natural for the most part. And it's like, without that, we wouldn't be as good as we are. Like, it's so much of this shit is out of our control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is what it is, but
It is what it is.
yeah. Oh well. I'm gonna use a new set of headphones. I was legit sitting there for like a majority of this podcast
With
with
broken
headphones
headphones.
just muffled the hearing. That's all it was.
Yeah, I didn't like my headphones on. As soon as I took them off, I felt so much better.
Yeah.
Because I can't hear you. I'm hearing myself. It's not... We need like the proper Joe Rogan fucking two-way ones. Because that's when it actually works.
Yeah.
We're literal sheep. Headphones because you wear headphones on a podcast.
Yeah, like
What the fuck? We're such sheep. Like, that's what exactly. We're sheep. Everyone's sheep. That's exactly what it is.
oh, you've called me out, bro.
No, I did it too. We all do it.
Yeah, and like you were there saying the other fucking week, like, oh yeah, because I was like, yeah, just adjust the dial so you can hear. Fucking
Yeah.
and I'm just there like,
Like, I can hear myself now.
yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, let me put this on so I can hear my voice
wanker,
even
bro.
better. I hear myself better, but I don't even hear you now.
Yeah.
Because this means professional podcast.
Yeah.
Fuck headphones.
I'll still probably wear them, but
It just locks my mindset in. Like, that's what we get. Creatures of habit.
yeah, but that'd be good if like what you said, if if I could hear the guest instead of me.
Yeah.
Get a fucking splitter.
We need to get an expert in here.
Yeah, bro.
We need to
Need
get like
someone who just knows what to do with a podcast.
We're doing alright.
But no, we're doing alright. But like, I mean, in terms of that shit, like sound and like hearing other people with headphones on and whatnot.
No, I'm talking about like we need like a scientist, as in we need someone who, instead of us saying there was a video where some guy said
They
that.
would just get annoyed.
Yeah, but
They
I'm
wanna
saying
leave.
But I'm saying like we can ask them questions and they'll actually like have like solid answers, like the CDC said. You know what I mean? Like shit like that.
Yeah, that'd be good.
We need someone with that type of information,
Yeah.
or like someone to tell stories. Like we don't tell stories. I've realized that's not something. That's not our conversation. That's not how we go.
Yeah, but I botch stories. So like one day I'll get good at telling them, but for now, for the most part, I don't really have any like cool stories or good stories. I reckon that'd be worth telling the podcast.
It's all the way you deliver it.
Yeah,
That's the thing. Like I don't know how to deliver a good story.
well, that's what I'm saying.
Like you'll have a guy who's gone from like a 10-minute story telling you about a fucking thing that happened. I wish I could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, people who are able to like capture the moment and like fucking get everyone's attention.
Yeah.
It's a different breed.
And they hold the attention without pressure.
Everyone's just there like,
They feed
Cool.
into it. They feel the attention and they it makes them better. I'd be so conscious of the people paying attention to me and let me not fuck up, or I've just fucked up because I've just thought about it.
imagine just being that good at storytelling that you're telling your mates and then you've just got a crowd around you. Like, those people exist.
You think so? Well, that's what Joey Diaz.
Exactly. Like, you could not know who Joey Diaz is and then, like, fucking you're just walking past him doing some set about his life. It's like, oh, fuck. Let me listen to this.
I told him to fucking get it. Get lost. I can't do his voice.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah. But if he was in here, think about the talk about intensity. Think about the intensity of this room.
Oh my fucking god. This place would be echoing, man. I wouldn't be saying shit. He'd just be doing the talking, man.
Yeah.
I'd just be like here in awe.
I'd be flabbergasted because I would be so taken into what he's saying that I
Yeah.
wouldn't be thinking about shit to say to him.
Exactly, yeah. I'd just be like, really? What happened next? Dumb
You
shit
just
like
hope he'd talk for hours. That's
Yeah.
because that's what the whole point of it would be. Like, how am I meant to go back and forth with him? How am I meant to like be interesting when that guy's
that.
here?
You just got to try and relate in some way, some.
But then you're just try-harding it. You know what I mean?
What else are you supposed to do on a podcast, bro? Like, you can't. If you're the host of the podcast, you can't let the guest run your show.
Yeah. I noticed that with Joe Rogan, whenever he has like other people on, when he's on another podcast, he's still running it.
Actually,
Yeah.
I haven't listened to any like podcasts he's like been a guest on.
He was on a podcast, but it was because they were in his studio.
Okay. Yeah.
He was like talking to Jamie and sorting shit out. I was wondering, like, that it takes I would love to be a guest on another podcast.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because it takes the pressure off me, so I can just exist rather than trying to constantly think of like, how do I keep this rolling?
Yeah.
That stresses me out. But we do a podcast, so it's kind of need to be stressed out.
Yeah.
We need a guest. Get Alistair.
Yeah.
Get Ealing.
One day.
One day.
One day she'll come on.
Mm.
And she's up for it. 10:30.
Call it.
Wrap it.
Thank you, patrons of the podcast. And an outro is never fucking. It's never as smooth as you want it to be. But thank you, Gus, for being here on this. What's your star sign?
Star sign. Taurus, mate. Chicago Bulls, baby. Yeah, no.
This is
This is President Barack Obama.
I can.
Fuck.
The Morgan Freeman. My voice is all hoarse.
I can smell you. No. And there was Andy Dufresne.
Andy Dufresne.
He was a tall glass of water, walking in the back. Andy was quite interesting to me. He had his tough time with the sisters, and all. All I told him when he was by himself was, I can smell you.
That is my impeccable impression of
Dufresne. The Morgan Freeman.
that was alright.
That was
Morgan Freeman.
his voice is like high but low at the same time when you listen to it.
And that's when I knew.
Yeah. I legit watched a fucking guy talk, like, do a Morgan Freeman impression spot on. And I just was repeating the phrases he was saying. He was doing it for years, but so I'm not really going to try and perfect a Morgan Freeman
Yeah, I don't
voice.
need to know another voice that bad, hey.
It'd be sick to be able to do it on the spot, but like, as in, like, you didn't need to learn. But
Yeah, like how long is that talent gonna be needed for? Like,
Guys, look, I can do Morgan Freeman's
well, I mean, he's making a career out of it, kind of. He's doing comedy and shit, doing like impressions.
but how long can you be doing the Morgan Freeman bit?
I don't know, bro. Some
He's gonna hold
show
on to that
picks
shit.
you up, like fucking.
And here is Jake, the Morgan Freeman guy. Like,
Yeah.
that's his.
Like, legit, like, I don't know, maybe if you're lucky enough, get SNL to pick you up and you could just.
Be Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Be God, in other words.
Couldn't have picked a better character to be God.
But why is he God? What a fucked existence for Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman just existing. You're gonna play God in like every movie.
Yeah.
I guess I'm God. Like, what a weird thing to deal with psychologically. Like, people look at him and go, "You should play God." Why? I don't know. His face is just so endearing. It's so kind.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman dies. All the documentaries come out. Fucking Neverland. Morgan Freeman. The pedophile that was Morgan Freeman.
No, Morgan.
Could you imagine?
Not our God, bro.
Turns out Morgan Freeman was the Antichrist.
Oh, release videos.
Fuck.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
As you can see, Morgan Freeman is creeping around the corner.
That Andy Dufresne.
Anyway, goodbye. Sign off, Chief.
I'm signing off.
Well, you say goodbye, I say goodbye.
I'm gonna try it again. Oh. This is President Barack Obama. Fuck it.